Hi there all, my name is Trina and I'm here with a crime from Austin, Texas that is frustratingly hard to swallow. Um, so there are some hard words in this video, so please be aware and take care of yourself. And viewer discretion is advised. And thank you for joining me today. This is my third video. And I'm excited to learn about this crime with you guys. So these people were people that a criminal decided was completely useless. So let's see about setting that right by at least hearing their story and thinking about them. This story, this crime, is by a Meza. So let's get right into it. So please remember to subscribe if you're ready, like if you're ready, and follow me. Let's see what kind of crimes have been going on. There's just so many. It's overwhelming, but we are doing a couple of crimes in Texas. The last two were crimes in Oklahoma. So I'm just moving around different states. So if you plan on following me, please tell me where you're from and tell me you want to hear something from there, and I'll do it. So let's get into it. Okay, so in Austin, Texas, Raul Meza Jr. was 62. He was convicted of murdering an 8-year-old girl in the 1980s named Kendra Page. As a matter of fact, when that happened, several towns kicked Meza out of the town. Like, we don't want you here. That's not going to happen. So that all happened because he was released early from prison. So this is what I'm talking about. This is just profoundly wrong. A person that is like this, these cases are really hard. So he was released from prison early, and now he has been indicted, and this is current. He's been indicted on 2 new murder charges, and he's been arrested on the charges in the deaths of his roommate, one in May and one in 2019. So the Austin police believe that they were looking at this as many cold cases could also be involved with this man, this Raul person, but they haven't found any links as of yet. So then Travis County, I believe, Travis County, where this had been committed, the murder had been committed, the grand jury had indicted him in the capital murder death of Gloria Lofton, who was 65 and found in her home. Also, 1 count of murder in the death of Jesse Frega, who was 80. So we've got a young person who was murdered by this man released. Then we've got 2 elderly people. So he's not going to go pick on somebody that's, able to fight. He's picking on and killing the weakest. And it's just so sad. So records show that Meza, he called Austin Police Department on May 24th to confess to one of the murders. And when they answered, this particular detective got, quote, "My name is Raul Meza," end quote. And then he stated, quote, I think you are looking for me," end quote. And that was according to an affidavit that was produced throughout all of this. So when Meza got released, Meza as in Meza, when he got released, he, of course, was scattered about because nobody wanted this man in their neighborhood. I mean, yeah. So Meza, back in 1993, he pleaded with the public that in my heart, I know that I will not willfully bring harm to anyone. So he was describing himself as a born-again Christian and no threat to society. And yet he did it again. So they can say that they're ready, but I mean, being a part of a neighborhood that that person's going to be a part of, there's just no way to know that, you know? So the officers of Pflugerville, it's Plugerville, which is a suburb of Austin. They did a wellness check for one of those women that he murdered, and that was because her loved ones hadn't heard from her in a couple days. So Lofton was strangled to death in her home, and whenever Raul Meza was picked up by the police on this, he stated this. So, quote, he was looking forward to killing again, end quote. So, the Austin Police Department has labeled Meza a, quote, serial killer. And in 1982, he pled guilty to the murder where he raped and murdered that little 8-year-old girl. And he had left her body behind a school, an elementary school. Yeah. So in the whole grand scheme of things, Mr. Meza was supposed to serve 30 years. And this man, who had, before he murdered the little girl, he had robbed a convenience store, and let me make sure. Hold on just a minute. He robbed a liquor store, right? So, or a convenience store, sorry. So, as the Meza, Mr. Meza claimed that he was reformed upon his release, that to me begs the question, with people who commit murder, is it the wisest decision to release a prisoner on good behavior or with only half of the time served or less? Is it wise? That's my opinion. I don't believe it is. I think when there's a violent crime, I think they should have to serve their full sentence. I don't get the whole good behavior. They're in good behavior because they're not exposed to the things that trigger them. So, you know, they're going to be all right in prison. So any murderers, rapists, thieves, like I said, they have little access to what triggers them. So nobody has a crystal ball to be like, yes, this person is going to be fine later on down the road, and, you know, the public won't be in danger. I mean, nobody can say that. God knows, but, you know, nobody can really say that. And so to just release them and be like, okay, you did good in here, so go be a good citizen, if they don't know how to be one. So, that's the problem with this case. I know that that little girl, had he been locked up, she wouldn't have been done the way she was done. That's infuriating. And, him having the attitude of, I'd do it again. I'm just waiting to be able to do it again. I mean, I don't know where our justice system is lacking, but one of the police officers, um, actually, I will tell that to you later. So when he was arrested, right? So he had a backpack. In this backpack, the police went through it. He had zip ties, a flashlight. I was going to say a trash can. A flashlight, duct tape, and a 22 caliber pistol with extra rounds. So he was ready. He was ready to do whatever he does, and you know, give expression to some of it is what he did to these people. The Austin Police Department Detective Patrick Reed said Meza, quote, Meza was ready and prepared to kill again and looking forward to it, which is what I stated earlier. Patrick Reed is the one who took that statement. And I'm pretty sure he was thrown aback because it's like, I guess Meza is being truthful and honest. I mean, if that's one thing that we could give him, thank you for letting us know that you're a piece of crap. It's insane. And I found that Meza was, after he was released early on his 30-year sentence, he was pushed out of El Paso, San Antonio, Wichita Falls, Mineral Wells, and Sweetwater. So all of these towns was like, no. And so one of the locations, it was in Uvalde County, west of San Antonio. His grandparents lived there. So while he was living there, he was also violent with them. He had violently used words to bash them. They're old, it's like, so he was put in jail on that. So it's not like he has the best intentions for anybody, much less, the smallest of us, the weakest of us. So Bruce Mills, who was the Austin assistant manager, and at the time he was a police investigator for the Kendra Page case, the little 8-year-old girl. Her name was Kendra Page. And Mr. Mills, he stated, quote, somebody made a bad decision 41 years ago and let this guy, for whatever reason, manipulate the system, and justice was not served. And I fully agree. It's like there's a lot of cases where children are released back to abusive parents. The society at whole, criminals are released early. Like a lot of judges that I've seen, whenever the jury gives a sentence, like, you have to serve the majority of that, but people are getting let out, like not even halfway through their sentence. This man was only 11 years into his sentence and got let out into the public, even though he murdered a little girl and raped her. So I don't know, you guys, this one's new. And so I wanted to do this one, but I mean, it's irritating to say the least. I don't know, just like I say all the time, pay attention to your loved ones. Make sure that your loved ones are okay. Love them. We don't know, if it's your time, my time, whose time. And let's be safe. Let's gain some knowledge on how to behave out in our crazy world right now, because there's so many things happening. But that was a story for Texas. I apologize for the delay in posting another one, but I will continue to post as my body allows me to. So let me know that you like this one. I'm pretty sure you may have probably already read it or heard it or something, but in any case, um, please come on in and subscribe to my channel um, if you want. Like it if you want, and let's get ready for another one. Okay, you guys, so be a friend, be kind to each other, and let's get ready for another one. Bye, guys.